Andy, I'm glad you showed me how to put type in things, either rectangles with the type tool or containers, any shape I want. I could make a map of Europe and put text inside of that, I suppose, if I wanted to, and you could. But I don't want text inside something, I want it outside. I want it on a path, and I don't just want a straight line, I want something curved. Well, let's play around with that. Open up pathtype.ai. It is a document in your exercise files. Let's go ahead and rip off right over here our typing tools. Really like doing that. All right, here it is. We've looked at this one, we've looked at this one, and now we're about to look at that one. Pick up, pick up your ellipse tool. Let's do something simple to start with. And I'm going to get right about here. I'll hold the Alt key so I draw it from center and draw an ellipse because I'm feeling really crazy today, and ellipses make me feel crazy. Don't worry about what it looks like. That's all going to go away. Let's pick up our Type on Path tool. Looks like that. Get where you want the type to start. I don't care where, anywhere you want. The object will go away just like with the area tool. It's no longer there, it's invisible. We can see it now because we're in Illustrator, but that line will go away too. Now I have my famous quick brown fox in my clipboard memory, so I'm going to press Control V, and as you can see, I can type it in very fast. I can do it as quickly as possible. Now it is the default font, Myriad Pro 12. We'll talk about formats and fonts and that later. I'm putting text on a path. Now, a couple of things that we can do here. Don't forget a path is controllable. We can come over here and pick up, pick up your selection tool. If I come over here and make that ellipse bigger, notice what happened. The text got bigger too. If I go smaller again or make it into a circle, whatever I want to do, it'll be more than happy to do that for me. It's going to move the text or actually distort the text based on how I distort the box if I'm using that tool. Now, if I go to the direct selection tool, that gives me direct access to the pen points. And if I come over here and maybe grab this one right here, I can drag it down. I can drag, whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter. What do you want to do with this thing? You want to move these out? You want to move them in? Up to you. You can put text literally on any path that you can draw, that you can imagine, and you can even bring paths in from other applications if you want to. Doesn't matter. If it's a path, if it's a vector path, and you use that tool, you can do that. Now let's do this. Let's go ahead and Control A delete. Let's come over here and pick up our pen tool. Just show you another way to do this. Come over here and click and drag. Come over here and click and drag. Make a nice gentle slope like that. Again, don't worry about that. That's going to go away. Pick up your Type on Path tool and click where you want the text to start. Now I'll use my Control V again because I really can't type that fast. That's all we're going to put on this line because I want to show you a couple of other features. We can control the text, even on the circle we did. We just didn't look at it there. Pick up your selection tool. You're going to see boxes. Now those are for overflow, and we will talk about overflow but later. This is the left margin. This is the right margin, and this one right here is a move tool. So let me bring that back down. Now you know where they are. If I go to this one right here, now you're looking for something. Look at that little arrow pointing to the right. If you don't see that, don't click and drag because you're not on that line. If you're up here, for example, in the box, and that's for overflow, so that's different. You got to see that little line and that little arrow pointing to the right. When you click and drag, I'm moving the left margin. No, I'm pushing it up. Maybe I don't want it way down here. I want it up here. If you click this one, you see an arrow now pointing to the left. That's the right margin. And if I keep going with this and pulling that little train down the track and go into the text itself, I'm actually saying to the computer, I don't want that text to go on the line all the way. I want to put that on another path somewhere, and you get the overflow. And we will talk about overflow later. Let's go ahead and select that again, and let's pull that one all the way back. Now, the middle one is kind of like a compensating moving tool. If we go to that one, you're going to see an arrow pointing up. And if I click and drag, I'm moving all the margins and the text at the same time. However, there is one more thing you can do with this. If you grab it and drag down, in our case, you can put the text on the outside or the bottom. So if it's a circle, do you want the text on the inside of the circle, or do you want it on the outside of the circle? Or if it's a line, do you want it on the top of the line, or do you want it on the bottom of the line? That one moves also the left and right margins as it goes. So when you're putting text on a path, well, it's any path you want it to be, and you do have a lot of control. And don't forget, we haven't even talked about formatting the text yet. On to the next.